Well, if it works for David Blunkett.
Lovely.
Number 9.
Number 9, Dado Purcell.
And number 4.
Number 4, Thomas Buffel. And that completes the selection for today's Rangers team.
Gordon, were you keen to take the Celtic job?
When Celtic phoned to offer me the job, I jumped at it.
You jumped at the offer?
No, the phone. It was on the dinner table. I had to jump to reach it.
Fantastic, you can't beat it. Welcome back to the bit of sports scene where everybody goes off to start making the tea. Tony Higgins, I'll get to you just as soon as I've had some highbrow intellectual chat with Pat Nevin. And Pat, I'm just wondering, what do you make of that man who broke the Scottish keepy-uppy record? 4 hours and 33 minutes. Unbelievable.
Well, it's quite an achievement, I would have to say, Stuart. I can't think of anyone who could keep it up for that length of time. Apart from maybe Frank McAvenny.
Frank McAvenny. Ha, ha, ha. Didn't you see that one coming, Pat? Fantastic, you can't beat it. But getting back to the football, what about the Jambos, the Hearts, the Jam Tarts, the watery farts, the false starts, the exchanging marts, the Homer and Barts? Can they do it? Can they keep it together? Can they go all the way and capture that magical third spot again?
Most definitely.
And Tony Higgins, what are you saying to it?
Well, I think that...
Fantastic, you can't beat it. Now, unfortunately, it's back to David Curry for the boring old results. So, don't touch that red button on the radio. It's a jumble out there.
This is the jam tart that was Heart of Midlothian Football Club. There was a piece of the pie for everyone. Then Vladimir Romanov arrived and decided he wanted his cake and eat it. So the question has to be asked, how many times can you cut the cookie before it starts to crumble? And you get annoyed and end up doing this. Thing is, it all started so well for new boss George Burley.
Well, speaking as a manager, I would have to say yes, we've started well, but there are a few more signing targets been lined up.
And can you tell me, George, just who are these signing targets?
I've no idea, Chick. Mr. Romanov hasn't told me yet.
Everything in the garden seemed, if not rosy, then certainly maroony. Little did we know that events were to follow from just around the corner, which, with the benefit of hindsight, we didn't see coming. I think it would be safe to say we have one very disgruntled Hearts fan here.
Correct, Chick. I'm raging at Romanov, so am.
So why are you kicking batteries about the streets?
Because they're Lithuanian batteries.
As to what the future now holds for Hearts, who cares? But in these skint times of nae money, when clubs need to nurture talent, then it's surely reassuring to know that in Graham Ricks, the club have the living embodiment of that old adage, if they're good enough, they're old enough.
At last, the real story behind me. Hobmal. No, Ramble. Why I went to Germany, even though I didn't speak a lingo. Why I came back to my beloved Selkirk, because my missus missed square sausage. And why I gave up professional football and went to Livingston. So read my story, Lambo, the quiet man. Don't worry, there's loads of pictures in it.
Celtic now just 2 minutes away from being champions, and the ball is pushed forward into the Celtic box to Scott McDonald, and it's a goal! A goal for Motherwell!
Thank God I've matured, because, I mean, I've seen the day I'd have taken a result like today's quite badly.
Hi guys, can you just tell us with 5 minutes to go and Celtic beating Motherwell 1-0, did you honestly think you could still win the championship?
Oh aye, we always believed Big Alex and the boys could do it, eh?
Celtic's Japanese midfielder Shunsuke Nakamura will be available for Celtic's crucial league matches at the start of the year. Nakamura was feared to have been suffering from exhaustion after winning 25 caps for Japan in the month of November alone.
Shunsuke Nakamura, what a character. Tell you one thing, Kelly, you won't catch the Celtic fans singing "Go Home, Ya Shun" to him. I mean, they absolutely love him.
Because he's such an influential player?
Because it means they've finally got an excuse for all those samurai swords they own. Wonder what it's like for Naka all the same, moving from a country famous for its kamikaze pilots and join a club famous for its kamikaze defending. What am I like?
Well, you know, despite all that's been written about them, I still believe that the Beckhams have a fairy tale marriage because, well, I know for a fact that every time Victoria comes home, she says to David, "Who's been sleeping in my bed?" Would I take the Rangers job? Well, you know, manage a club in a slump with no trophies on the horizon for the foreseeable future. Well, why would I want to go to Rangers when I can do that here at Old Trafford, you know? Well, you know, I think Wayne Rooney is the natural successor to George Best, you know. Best he slept with hundreds of women in the 60s. And Wayne slept with hundreds of women in their 60s.
Am I interested in signing Roy Keane? Well, I think he's too old, he'd cost too much, and he wouldn't improve our current squad. So yes, I'm very interested.
Hello and welcome back to 90 Minutes, the football show that lasts for 50 minutes with me, Jim Spence. Now, to kick things off, here's tonight's competition. What is the nickname of Tannadice legend Paul Sturrock? What was Luggy's nickname? Phone 0500 92 95 00 and win a big prize. It's tickets to every Dundee United home game, champagne before and after, plus a guaranteed half-time pay. So that's tickets for the game, champagne, a pay, and we'll even throw in a limousine full of lap dancers to give you a lift there and back. And we will also arrange for you to get a snog off Lorraine Kelly.
Well, I feel really pleased for Scott Brown and being named in the Scotland squad. You know, I've always thought that Scott could kick players at the highest level.
Oops, sorry. I do apologise. I've said it before and I've said it previously. Bertie must go, and go now. Tactically, technically, weebly, wobbly, but above all, verbally, he is not singing off the same broadsheet. No idea. The Tartan Army must force a change in the sound of this music, or we will be the lonely goatherds of world football.
I think many people have been very unfair to wee Bertie, especially some people I've played with in my career. I mean, can you imagine how much it must have hurt you have your grasp of the English language criticised by Charlie Nicholas.
And some news just in. The SFA have finally seen sense and appointed a proper Hun as Scotland manager. Walter, 9 in a row Smith, has taken over from Bertie, hasn't a Scooby votes. Hallelujah!
Walter's appointment provided the impetus required, and the first thing Walt did was find a job for my great good personal fright, Ali McCoist.
Well, you know, obviously, you know, Ali McCoist's influence in Kenny Miller has been, you know, particularly noticeable, you know. Kenny's now split up with his missus and now has a new, younger bird. I mean, that's classic McCoisty.
A battling draw against Italy at Hampden, then a stunning win against the Norwegians in their own Norway. Could the miracle be on?
Yeah, I think it'd be very true to say. I've been seeking divine intervention lately, but every time I try to get through to God these days, he's too busy speaking to Marvin Andrews.
Scotland 0, Belarus 1. Belarus scored after only 6 minutes, and controversially, the goal was allowed to stand, even though Scotland claimed that the goal should be disallowed on the grounds that we weren't ready. And so endeth our World Cup dreams.
This result is symbiotic of a deeper problem. Our education system isn't cutting the custard. Our kids need to be told, there's a ball, go and get loudy. But roads wasn't built in a day. So, at school, football should be a priority. Even if it means our future wains don't get the essentials, like your good grammar, and aren't able to communicate and grammarize in an articulated and elocuted way like I'm a.
Slovenia 0, Scotland 3. Was like us.
Oh, indeed, James. Guy Few and the Roy Deef. Credit to our nurturing system. Top talent is finally coming through, and it is my belief that the boys out there are just the tip of the ice pole.
See, to be honest, deep down, I'm glad Scotland aren't going to the World Cup, because see when the World Cup's on, there's hundreds of great games in the telly, and see if we were there in Germany, we'd miss them.
Well, you know, obviously, particularly at the present moment, the players are still disappointed, but, you know, some of them are talking about going to Germany anyway. To take in the football, Walter, to pan Bertie Voigt's windies in.
Hello and welcome to this special footballing edition of Star Spell, the show in which we discover just how good our footballing celebrities are when it comes to spelling particular words. And first up, would you please welcome Mr. Frank McAvenny.
Number.
I knew you couldn't resist. 07931.
Incorrect.
Playing hard to get, eh?
Shockaroony.
SHOCKEROONI. Shockaroony.
Correct.
Shockaroony. The Da Vinci Code. A code about the father of Leonardo Vinci, who was known as Da. A controversial controversy surrounded this book when it was first writ by Dan Brown because it claimed that Jesus had a bird and wings. So, if the Holy Grail isn't a wine glass, but the actual bloodline of the son of the big man, then the question must be begged. Are the descendants of Jesus walking amongst us today? And if they is, what team do they support?
To find out more, I've come here to a brainy place to speak to a well-known historian. Morag, historian at the Institute of Pointless Studies.
Well, Bob, I have read the Da Vinci Code and studied all the alleged evidence contained within it. And all that I can say is that I can find no links between Jesus Christ and Scottish football. Apart from his name being taken in vain at every match in Scotland that's ever been played.
I see. What a bummer.
However, should you wish to pursue this matter, then I would suggest you should visit Roslin Chapel.
Roslyn Chapel? So tell me, where do I find her?
The idea of Jesus marrying intrigued me. I mean, what a stag night that must have been. If you ran out of bevy, the groom just made Mare miraculously appear. But Jesus, Tatty Muncher or Teddy Bear? I had no idea, but I know a man who might.
Well, Bob, here we are in Roslin Church and...
is it no chapel?
I refuse to use that word.
I see. Carry on, Will.
Well, as you can see, Bob, there are many secret Masonic signs throughout the building that could only be recognized by a man of the craft.
Oh, aye. I can see hunters. Really? And what does this all mean exactly?
Who cares? Just so long as it winds up the Thames. You see, Bob, the question is not whether Jesus married Mary Magdalene. The question is where Jesus married Mary Magdalene. Followed by, what school did the Waynes go to? Answer those questions, you'll have gone a long way to discovering who really are the People.
Donald advises me to speak to Opus Dei, a big secret Mad Tim organisation, so called because whatever sensible punters day, Opus Dei do the opposite.
I am about to speak to the leader of Opus Dei in Scotland. Now, I should point out that the leader of wishes to remain anonymous, so we will respect his anonymity and in no way give him away at all. Okay, Tommy.
I think it would be very, very true to say that Jesus probably didn't go to any Old Firm matches. Nevertheless, there's obviously a spiritual element involved in supporting Celtic Football Club.
Leader off, thank you. Okay, Jim, you can put the lights back on now. This is Bob Wiley reporting Scotland.
So it's the Bells Challenge Cup final. St Mirren versus Hamilton Accies. And now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to watch the match, but this time not as an impartial reporter, but as an unashamed Buddies fan. Okay, Bally, that'll do it. Right, where's my St Mirren scarf? Oh, at last.
This season's new Rangers top, £45. 24 cans of lager, £21.99. 1 year subscription to Setanta, £140. Watching Celtic getting humped 5-0 by Armedia Bratislava. Priceless.
I like my Uncle Gordon because he lets me play in the big team. But when he first got here, he shouted at me because after Artmedia beat us 5-0, he said we all had to report to the ground next day to watch videos. And I brought in Spider-Man 2 and Shrek.
So remember our competition question. If you can tell us what is Luggy's nickname, you could actually get to meet our Wooly at the game. So that's the match tickets, the chance to go in the piss with the Bruins, be presented with a lifetime supply of jam by Daphne, and going goals for the Arabs in the second half. Hello, this is 90 Minutes. Just tell us, what is Luggy's nickname?
Can I have a 10-inch ham and pineapple? Just kidding, Jim.
You had me going for a bit there. So, what is Luggy's nickname?
Is it Davy?
Oh, for...
Now here's a question for you. What is the biggest football-related construction in Britain?
The biggest football-related construction in Britain. That's a toughie. Hold on, let me think. Is it the new Celtic Superstore in Coatbridge?
No.
Of course it isn't. What am I thinking of? Coatbridge isn't part of Britain. I mean, technically, it's part of Ireland.
Well, actually, I was referring to the new Wembley Stadium, which it's been confirmed will, maybe aye, maybe not, be ready for the FA Cup final at the end of this season.
Heard me back. And still on the subject of magnificent temples of football, Ibrox Stadium is set for a massive expansion. Plans are well underway for a new extension that will create space for another 10,000 loyal fans. New exciting facilities will include seats, toilets, snack bars.
And a walkway to the nearest underground station to make leaving with 20 minutes to go easier.
Cheers, mates.
Yes, this was always going to be a difficult season for Rangers. We lost some key players in the summer. And Hugh Dallas retired.
Can you sum up your team in one word?
Celtic.
How do you feel?
My nerve endings send a pulse to my brain.
Do you feel you've made progress?
Well, I can now tie my own shoelaces.
Gordon, where do you go from here?
Over there, and out that door, then into the car park.
How would you describe the two poles?
North and south.
And now can we have our next contestant on Star Spell Football Special, the manager of Aberdeen Football Club, Mr. Jimmy Calderwood.
Pocket billiards.
Oh, I always jump about like this.
Incorrect. Suntan.
F-A-K-E. Fake.
Incorrect.
Oh, I'm killing you, Hen. It is.
Tony, Hibs have been knocked out of the UEFA Cup. How do you feel?
Well, gutted, to be honest, It was disappointing to go to Dnipro Dnipropetrovsk, but at least we can say we went out to a big-name club,
Kenny Dalglish, who are you paying tribute to this evening?
David Taylor, John Macbeth, Reinhard Bonhoff, Bertie Vogts.
At the SFA Hall of Fame?
The Hall of Fame? I thought it was the Hall of Shame.
Right, well, for now, back to you in the studio. You could have smiled.
I'm smiling.
At Rangers, we have 5 stars on the jersey to remind us of our world record 51 league titles.
At Aberdeen, we have 2 stars in the jersey to remind us of our victories in the European Cup Winners' Cup and the Super Cup.
At Celtic, we have 1 star in the jersey to remind us of Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder where you are.
I shouldn't be here.
I shouldn't be here.
I shouldn't be here.
This year, over 60,000 Celtic fans have managed to find something else to do instead of going to Parkhead to watch European football.
Well, I told Mr. Murray that I wasn't happy with the way things were going. But the chairman told me not to worry myself. He said that since Plan A wasn't working, he would go to Plan B. And if Plan B didn't work, then he would go to Plan C. And if Plan C didn't work, then he would go to another plan that comes after Plan C.
And now we can go over to Chick Young, who's awaiting news regarding the Rangers manager, Alex McLeish.
What time is it? It's Chico time. Yes, Dougie, I'm here at the hallowed grounds of football learning that is Murray Park. Here where the sons of William learn those intricate footballing skills and flashes of brilliance from John Brown. I'm hoping to speak to Rangers manager Alex McLeish as he continues to battle valiantly against all odds as the mighty Glasgow Rangers fight against the insidious forces of darkness. While his enemies gather around him, Big Egg says, "No surrender." He is the epitome of a true Blue Ranger, an example of dignity for us all, and surely deserving of the title Rangers Legend.
Sorry to interrupt you, Chick, but it's just been announced that Alex McLeish is staying.
Oh, God, no!
And to conclude, I'd say, therefore, that it's nobody's business where I or anybody else buys their sports socks.
Gentlemen, interesting stuff. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
New from Slopdesk, Tommy Scott's new album.
Bonnie Scotland, Caledonia, Bonnie Scotland, Bonnie Hain, Caledonia, Scotia, Bonnie, Bonnie.
Who the is Tommy Scott? Available now from all good woolen mills.
My favourite word? Obviously, or particularly.
Wunderbar.
Indefinitely so.
No, hold on. That's 3 words.
Stushy.
My favourite word? What? Is this a trick question? Oh, fud.
Ecumenical. Favourite word? How do you know Ken Dalglish has got a favourite word?
OAE. It's the game.
Stushy.
My favourite word? What? Is this a trick question? Oh, fud.
Ecumenical. Favourite word? How do you know Ken Dalglish has got a favourite word?